I moved with my mother to my grandmother's house in Ireland, in Tipperary, when I was about 7 or 8. It was the first time I'd ever had a garden. Gooseberry bushes, fruit trees, and my uncle grew vegetables. Having grown up in the city before that, it was the first time I could be free, and it stayed with me ever since. And I think everything I've done in my career or even in my personal life has kind of been orientated towards those experiences. So yeah, it's fundamental. Haigh is a really special place. It's kind of one of the secrets of Wigan. It's got so many nooks and crannies and secret corners and history and heritage and beautiful plants that actually, unless you look very closely, you wouldn't see. It's a public park, essentially, but it's got the history of an old estate and some of the planting remains from that old estate. So we're standing in what would have been the kitchen garden originally. This garden would have once supplied food to the house, and it would have been designed perfectly to do that. So it's very much built for function. And the hope is to restore that back into a kitchen garden, productive space, but open to the public. It's about mixing the old and the new and training another generation of gardeners. So I guess food growing really is the fundamental crux that this garden sits on, and that everything else kind of radiates from that, of how to kind of bring people together, be it gardening or eating together or showing what you can grow in your own garden at home. We've got a new garden up near the entrance called Amphitheatre for a Tree. There's loads of colour and interest in there. One of the things that is always in the back of our heads as gardeners is encouraging nature and biodiversity onto the estate. That kind of informs our planting choices and the sort of things that we bring into the garden. And I guess Amphitheatre for a Tree epitomises that. So we saw an immediate effect once the flowers started blooming. The number of butterflies, hummingbird hawk moths that we saw, even bird species, invertebrates, bees, they all increased very, very quickly. If you want to try something out to improve biodiversity in your own garden, certainly just put it in there and they will come. They'll find you somehow. Even if you think, oh, I'm in a concrete jungle, nothing will ever come to me, they will.
Throughout art history, artists have looked at the shapes and the patterns in things like leaves and flowers and fruit and used those in their own art. So the first thing that we're going to do today is to explore this garden and go foraging for some shapes and patterns. I'm kneeling on a carpet of cedar needles, and I thought that these would be just a great pattern to use, just maybe as a background somewhere in our design. No structure there, but randomness. Nature's good at randomness. We've got these amazing clover leaves, and you don't need to be fussy with this. Just draw the basic leaf shape. That pattern's a really interesting one. Looks a bit like a dandelion. It's quite intricate. These drawings are not very good. That's okay. They're just an indication of what we've seen. That's an amazing pattern too. Very simply, it's one central rib with lots of little leaflets, a little bit like a conifer. So fantastic just to be spending some time in nature today. Our challenge now is to somehow use these patterns and populate a template that's this shape. We didn't use them all. That was never the aim. We've used all but two, sometimes parts of, sometimes the whole thing. And in a way, this is quite specific now. It's like a little coat of arms, a little emblem for this exact spot. Thank you for watching. Have fun and be creative.